Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is your boy Seth back with another YouTube video. I know a lot of you guys have wanted these types of videos to return, so here we go. We're gonna do a little post-event blog, whatever you want to call it, for CDL Seattle. If you guys weren't aware, you're a little late to the news, or you just don't follow competitive COD, we were the champions. I will wait for the applause. We were the champions. I was very excited, very happy with how the team played. Obviously, this was our first event with Prestini, and I think that we played pretty amazing. Going into the event, we had 4 days of practice. Maybe 5. It was either 4 or 5 days. We played Domination once or twice. We played Search once or twice together as a team before actually getting thrown into a tournament environment. So I'm really excited and really happy with how the team played. Now let's go over a few things before we go over the individual series themselves. I kind of wanted to incorporate this. I'm going to give my individual performance from a 7 to 10 and how I think the team's performance was from a 1 to 10. Did I say 7 to 10? 1 to 10, sorry. But individual performance, that's probably why I said 7 to 10, because I'm giving myself a 7. I think I played pretty well throughout most of the maps. I had a couple stinkers in there. I had a stinker on Cave against the Rocker, I think. Other than that, I don't really think I had any bad maps, but I had a bad map against the Rocker. But Cave is kind of unforgiving as a sub. If you watch Call of Duty competitively, sometimes Cave, you can just get put into a trap and just get naded over and over again, or just die over and over again. And unfortunately, I got put into one of those traps. So, I mean, my SND was really good. I clutched 3 1v2s, and I was pretty happy about that. Some of them came in bigger moments than others, like the New York one was to close out the second map. And the Roker one, I think, was also a big one because it was at the beginning of the game. We were about to go down to 0-2, but the Paris one, we were already up 3-1. It just went to 4-1. So my Search, I was really happy with. Hardpoint, I felt like Hardpoint was my weakest game mode this event, and it has been my weakest game mode. I don't know why, but I can't seem to consistently get Hardpoint down. So, I mean, I'm going to have to keep on trying to improve at that as best as I can. And then Dom, I think that Dom is my best game mode right now. And I think that I played really well in Dom. I had a big clutch against the Ravens. We probably would have lost map 3 if I wouldn't have 2-pieced them on the flag at the end of the game. So I was super hype about that. But I think I played Dom pretty well. So if I had to rank it, I would say Dom, S&D, and then Hardpoint for myself this tournament. Team performance, I was going to say I'd give us probably an 8. We went 12-3 map count. We didn't lose a Hardpoint, which was really exciting, especially with how Hardpoint plays in this game. It's a little bit iffy, like some of the maps. We were on bad side Hackney against New York, which is a big disadvantage. We ended up winning that map. But overall, we played Hardpoint really well. Didn't drop a Hardpoint. Search, we played pretty well. I think we lost 1 Search, and that was to the Ravens. And they just played the map really well. It was our club. It was our first time playing it in a tournament together. And they played it really well. So I got to tip my hat to them. Wuskin's just a problem with the snipe, and we didn't really know what to do. But other than that, played Search really good. Again, we went, I think, 3-1 in Search. And then Dom was probably our least best game mode. Again, we only got to play it once or twice. And it really showed. We lost Gunrunner and Hackney. We lost 1-1 to New York and I think Paris. Yeah, we lost to New York and Paris. Paris, Gunrunner, and New York, Hackney. So, I mean, Dom needs a little bit of work, but again, it's hard to really critique it when we didn't have much time to practice. But yeah, that's my rating on how I did personally, how the team did as a unit. Again, I'm really excited. I'm really happy with how we played, and can't really ask for more, you know, with how little practice that we got. You can actually see right here, these are my jerseys because we have to swap based on the coin flip if we're going to be home or away. So that means we either wear white or black. So as you can see, I have my little changing room back here still. I'll have to wash those. But let's go series by series now. So we had Paris first. We were expecting to beat Paris, I would say. Paris is one of those teams that I feel like got hit really hard by the online league. It's because they were on an upward trend when they were on LAN, and then when online hit, I mean, they just haven't been winning many series, and you know, it is what it is. But sometimes it's tough, especially I think they're an all LA team, so I kind of feel for them. The all LA teams are at a pretty big disadvantage, I would say, in some of these matches because the servers are like Chicago, Northern Cali, Dallas, or Texas somewhere, and then like Virginia or something. So like the servers don't really favor them at all, so it can be tough. But we ended up beating them 3-1. I was a little nervous going into this match actually because I didn't know how the team was gonna gel, but we played it really good. We ended up winning the first map. It was really close. It was a cave. Then we played St. Petro S&D against them. That's when I had my first 1v2. We won that really convincingly. The Dom was really shaky against these guys. So, again, I mean, it's kind of hard to judge because we haven't had much practice, and they're good. They're a good Dom team. So, lost Gunrunner to them pretty convincingly. And then last map was Hackney, and we closed it out there. I think, was last map Hackney? I want to say last map was Hackney. I might be wrong on that. Hold on. Okay, so yeah, I did just fact check myself. It was Hackney. I know you guys are probably like, how don't you remember your matches? But I mean, it's kind of hard to remember every single map that we played in the tournament against every single team. So we did play Hackney, and we ended up closing it out against them there, which I was super excited and super happy with. Next, moving on to play the Roker. This one I was really, really surprised with. A lot of people assumed that we were going to come in and just straight up smoke these, or not smoke these guys, come in and have a really, really tough series against these guys. But then we came in and just 3-0'd them. You know, I wasn't expecting to come out and play as good as we did against them because a lot of people have them as the 4th best team right now in their power rankings. So I thought this was going to be one of our closest, if not our closest series in the whole tournament. We did have some close maps, granted, but we still ended up coming out with a hot 3-0 against them. We won another cave map 1 against them. It was super close. We played, I think, Gunrunners S&D. It went to 6-5, I want to say. And then we played a Hackney Dom, and we played super, super well. Probably our best Dom map of the whole tournament was against the Roker, and we ended up 3-0ing them in pretty convincing fashion, although the first 2 maps were really, really close. Next, moving on to bracket. Yeah, we've been in a drought recently when we've gone into the bracket stage. We keep getting 3rd, 4th in these tournaments, at least with our old team. So this was like our real test. You know, we pretty much we thought that we were going to get through the bracket. Obviously, we were very confident we were going to make it through. And then this was where we were like, okay, now it's time, like, you know, to kick it up a gear. Now we got to go hard. We're not getting 3rd, 4th again. And we had some tough competition. I mean, New York, a lot of people look at the standings and they're like, oh, they're like a mid-pack team. They were a bottom of the barrel team before they picked up their new player, Mac, who has really helped them out a lot. But this is one of like the tougher teams in the league to play right now. And the reason being is their hard point is just really, really solid. And we ended up beating them on both hard points. So I was very, very happy with that. We ended up playing them on Ramaza first map. Won that, I think 250 to around like 210 or something. Super happy with how we played Ramaza this weekend. I mean, our rotations were great. When we were losing a hill and we knew that it was time to give it up, we always gave it up. Like, we played some really, really good Ramaza this weekend, and I was really happy with it. I mean, we played good hardpoint overall, but Ramaza I was really happy with. Next map going into, I think we played them on... Oh, yeah, we played Gunrunner S&D again. Another 1v2 clutch that I had. I was really, really excited about it. We ended up beating them, I think, 6-3. It was going to go 5-4 if I didn't 1v2 clutch. So the 1v2 ended up closing out the map. Again, super happy with how we played Search. Third map was Hackney Dom. We got absolutely spanked, but it happens. They went clutch at A flag a bunch of times. I think it was Zuma and Mac. There were like multiple times where we could have flipped the map, and they ended up staying alive for like 30 seconds to a minute. And we knew that, you know, we knew that it shouldn't have been a blowout, but it ended up looking like a blowout. But we just made a few mistakes, a few gunfight wins here and there. We ended up winning that map probably, but we just didn't. They played it better, outplayed us. Then fourth map, we had Bad Side Hackney. Now, this is where I was very, very happy with how we played Hardpoint, because Bad Side Hackney, especially against a team like New York, is not an easy win at all. Going into the series, when we lost map 3, I was like, okay, what's next map? And they said we have Allegiance on Hackney, and I was like, gulp. Like, oh shit, we might be going to a map 5, because again, Hackney is just a map where if you spawn on that coalition side, which is the good side, it's a very, very good side. Like, if the other team doesn't mess up and you don't flip them off the start, like it's guaranteed you're guaranteed to have like I would say 80-30 to like 70-30 lead, somewhere around there, maybe even 90-30. And it can go on the other way. It can just be straight up like 110-0 or something if you can end up playing that flawlessly. So the fact that we went in there and beat them on that map, especially with their hardpoint track record, I was super excited. We ended up winning that series 3-1. Moving on to the finals against the London Royal Ravens. They watch over the London Royal Ravens. Super happy with how they played the finals again. It didn't seem like we really had any nerves affect us at all. It was just straight into business. We ended up playing Ramaza against them again. Ended up winning that. Pretty much the same score as New York, so I was really happy with that map again. This was where our search looked a little iffy. It was Arklov. We just didn't have as many reps on it. I mean, if I'm just straight up honest, like that was our first time playing it in a tournament together, and it was in a final. And Wuskin has a good sniper. I think everyone will attest to that. And they just had us on skates like the whole map, to be honest. They would get a pick, rotate, wrap bombs. We really didn't know what the hell was going on. So tip of the hat to them. They played that map really well. They ended up beating us like 6-2 or something on it. Like we didn't even come close to winning that map. So, but next we had Gunrunner Hardpoint. 1 point victory. I think it was like 154 to 153 or something. This is where I had the super clutch 2-piece at the very end of the game to get them off of that A flag right before they capped it. And if they would have capped it, we would have had to cap like instantly, or we actually would have lost and threw the map. So got to give myself a little pat on the back for that one. Nice little clutch action there in the final. Love to see it. And then the fourth map, we had good side on Hackney. So this was like a kind of opposite, reversal, as opposed to the New York series where we had bad side. I was like, what's fourth map? When Troy came into the call and he was like, Coalition Hackney, and I was like, let's go. It was like, this is it. This is the time to close them out. And we did. Me and Alec had some really good slays that map. We had some really good finesses, really good spawn knowledge. Again, just playing as a team, playing as a unit. Throughout, that whole tournament, I was really, really happy with how we played. And yeah, I couldn't be happier with how the team came out and performed. So GG's to everybody. Next we play in Minnesota and FaZe, Dallas, us, Florida. A lot of good teams are at that one. So that's going to be the next test for us. We're going to get back to the drawing board, see that we can keep getting some more good practice and hopefully come into that and play well again. So thank you guys for the support. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like, leave in the comments what you think we can improve on, what we could play better, anything that you have to really critique us at all. I mean, I wouldn't really say we have too many critiques other than domination, maybe to clean that up a little bit. Maybe expand on the map pool a bit and maybe try to open up that same Petro Dom for us. But thank you all for watching. Enjoy the rest of your day. Stay safe out there. And as always, this is your boy, Scuf.